All right, chat. Off rip, off GP, because the season starts on Friday. This is my rankings, my predictions of the 2026 season. We're just gonna do this off GP, off rip. So, out of obviously we have 22 drivers. For my P21 and P22, if I had to think about this hard enough based off of where everybody's starting at, this is obviously I'm putting Stroll and Alonso all the way in the back. Their shit's cooked, it's fried. They've already started the season off and they can't even bring extra parts to the first race. They're cooked for the whole rest of the generation of car. I might put them P21 and P22 for the 2027 F1 predictions for the predictions of next year. Anyways, P20, just look at what we got. I would probably have to go, if I had to choose between Bottas and Perez, obviously I know Caddy do have the Ferrari engine. They're still totally new. They don't know how to upgrade. They're an American-based team, which really doesn't have much. American-based team with a bunch of English. I think Bottas has been a little bit more relevant, so I'm going to put him at 20. I'm going to put Perez literally like right in front of him. Yeah, so it's going to go Perez 20, Bottas is going to be 19. For P18, obviously you got Lindblad. I don't really need for him to show me anything based off of the relationship I've seen with Flavio and Colapinto and just seeing how he took in that interview. Flavio absolutely just destroyed his whole morale and just seeing how he talked to him. I'm putting Colapinto P18. I'm putting Colapinto P18. Mercedes injured or not, he's going to finish P18. I have no faith in Colapinto at all. No cap, no BAP, no strap. After that, okay, I'm gonna have to probably move Audi. I'm gonna have to go Audi because they're obviously, I know they're newer as well. If it lets me do it. I'm gonna go Hulkenberg 16. And then I think Bortoleto, I don't see a thing about Audi really came strong at the end of testing. They started putting in almost just the amount of laps as the Red Bulls, the McLarens. They really started just like from Barcelona testing was looking a little bit shaky. But as soon as we hit Bahrain, they hit the ground running and they started to show very impressive, performances, responding very fast to problems that ended up happening. And so I was looking on the sidelines. Obviously, I have a friend that's, he's watching Audi all the time. I was actually very thoroughly impressed. Now, as far as the long run pace, if we're going to compare it to the Alpine, in my opinion, is a better car. The Alpine's probably going to end up getting compared to like a Haas or something like the top of the midfield. I'm probably going to go safe here. If he does come along very strong, I just haven't seen him. So I'm going to put Bortoleto in. I probably shouldn't put him that low, but I'm going to put him P15. We'll have to see what I'm saying? We're going to have to see what happens. I'm just waiting to see where Alex puts Behrman at. We're going to see. Automatically after this, the only other answer is Lindblad. Well, actually, I'm going to put Lindblad behind Bortoleto. And it may be even arguable to put him ahead of Hulkenberg, but I'm not 1,000% sure. Let's keep going. We have Lawson. I think Gasly actually might. I'm gonna put Ocon in P13 because this would be 15, 14. I'm gonna put him P13. No, bro, that's way too low. I'm sorry, no, that's way too low. No, because I'm thinking about Williams too. And I have, like, the original thought in my head was for Williams to be where Haas is. So I have to kind of refresh my brain because Haas is just in such a great position right now. I think Albon is going to get Sainz. I'm going to have to put, there's so much competition between the top four teams. It's going to be so hard. I'm going to put Sainz in P13. I'm going to put Sainz P13. And then I think it has to be right that I end up putting Lawson in P12. I don't think these Racing Bulls are going to be able to do much, especially just they've been totally off the radar in all of testing. Haas has been put in the midfield. Haas has been put in the midfield in order whenever it comes to just everything. Haas put Haas, and then I would say Alpine, low key. Not like Alpine has been doing pretty good. I'm not going to lie. So now we're going to crap top 10. I think Albon's going to be the top of that midfield. No cap. I guess I am going to have to put Gasly. I think this is Gasly's resurgence. I think this is Gasly's resurgence year. You know what I'm saying? For him to actually get something decent, because Alpine have had flashes. He was getting in Q3 last year. He had like 6 to like maybe 9 Q3 appearances last year, bro. Albon above Sainz. Albon is such a diva though, but Albon is. I know Sainz ended up going stupid last year. Albon, in my opinion, Sainz has to show me a little bit more. We'll see. But Albon, I'm not going to put him too far in front, but I am going to put him in front. Gasly is 9th, my prediction, behind Behrman. Yeah, I'm going to put Gasly in P11. I'm going to put him P11. Ooh, but that means I put Ocon in front of him. Nah, I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know if I want to put Ocon in front ahead of Albon either. I'm going to switch Lawson. I'm going to put Ocon in the middle of Sainz and Albon. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put Gasly P10. I'm going to put, I think Behrman is going to impress. I think he's going to show up, and I think he's going to absolutely just do his shit. I think we're going to get Behrman, Hadjar part 2. Obviously, Hadjar's going to get Behrman because he's in a fucking Red Bull. Now we're getting to the I'm going to say Piastri, P9, P8. I think Piastri's going to go, damn, somebody's got to fuck up here. Who's it going to be? I think Piastri's going to go P7. Because Piastri really showed us that he can really just kind of crumble just out of nowhere for no reason. But Norris did have a great crumble. He just started off as a fucking crumble cookie at the beginning of the season. So very same thing. Like these past regulations of car were so just driver dependent, so setup dependent, so driver style dependent that if you ended up changing it to a whole different style, that you would have a Piastri Norris effect where it was the style of the car they were at the first half of the season was totally tailored towards Norris. And then they ended up flipping it to the second half of the season where it was totally tailored towards Piastri in the first half, tailored towards Norris in the second half. I don't think we're going to get that completely with this set of regulations because it's going to be a mix of 2021 and a mix of, and then we're going to have a little bit of like maybe 15% of ground effect. Alex, Kimi P7. Yeah, Kimi's going to go P7. Kimi's going to go P7, but does he though? That's the thing. I just don't know. I don't know, bro. This is tough. This is hard because you got to think where Ferrari are at, where McLaren is at, where Red Bull is at. There's no way in hell. No, bro. There's no way in hell, bro. I'm going to throw a shocker. I'm going to put the 2 McLarens at P6 and P7. I think this goes into, I'm not trying to copy off anything of what Fabio said. One thing he said did make sense is that they don't have much wind tunnel testing. They do have a very, very good team though. They do have they've been able to, in that last regulation, it's very hard to upgrade something and the probability of it working versus previous regulations are much, much lower. And they were doing a lot of different things and everything was working for them. So, in them having that Mercedes, they got the Mercedes engine though. Yeah, bro. I'm sorry. I'm gonna put them P6 and P7. I'm sorry. I'm putting them P6 and P7. This is what it's gonna be. Now this is where it gets hard. Max is an absolute dog. I feel like Max is that roach that you can't get rid of. You just can't get rid of him. You cannot get rid of him at all. So even in the circumstance that we end up seeing that this Red Bull is not in the position that it might be, Max Verstappen is going to find a way to drag that to where it needs to go. I don't know how. He had no Newey, no Horner. He lost everybody, and he finished the season 2 points behind. He dropped 109 points. What are we talking about? So Antonelli is gonna be the bottom. I don't know. Oh God, Antonelli's gonna be the bottom. He's gonna be 5th. This is hard. Lewis is not washed. Chill. Okay, I'm gonna go. Damn, bro. This is hard, bro. Because I don't want to. Damn. Okay, because if we're talking about aggression. Like, obviously, Lewis isn't as aggressive as Charles, and we know that. He's damn near almost not even as aggressive as between these 4 right here. I think Lewis can out-mental all 4 of them. I'm saying if he has the confidence enough to get it where he needs to be, he can out-mental everybody on the grid right now. But when it just comes to just like, I don't know, bro. I can't. I don't know. I can't. I'm gonna have to put Lewis P4. I just don't. It's so perfect. It's so perfectly circumstantial with Lewis of what he needs to do and what needs to happen for him to get to the 8th. Like, do I want Lewis to be the world champion? Absolutely. Do I think Lewis has it in him? Yes, he does. I just don't know what Lewis we're gonna see. I just don't know what Lewis we're gonna see. If Lewis ends up in this, I'm not going on. If I went off ifs. Lewis would be world champion if I went off ifs. That would be fake of me to do that. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I'm going to put Max P4. I'm going to, because, oh God. Yeah, and then Lewis just isn't going to be able to keep up with them in qualifying. And then who's to say that whenever Antonelli, when is Antonelli going to end up finding the answers for himself and builds up the confidence for himself? So who's to say that, like, 8 races down the line, he ends up finding his confidence. And so I just don't know the answers right now. I don't know what Lewis we're going to see. So it's like Lewis, it's interchangeable. Lewis could be P5. Antonelli could be P4. It's just tough. It's hard. Is Ferrari going to be able to upgrade their car over a span of a season like Mercedes have been shown to do? Like, are they going to be able to do that? I don't know. I'm going to have to put between Charles and Russell. I think Russell has had that experience with Lewis. He sat behind him. You know what I'm saying? He's been in a team that knows how to win championships. You know what I'm saying? He's already been given the formula. Ferrari are still like, obviously Lewis, like he's lucky Antonelli is his teammate, and it's not Lewis still. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody like of that caliber. It's not Mike Oscar or Norris or somebody else. Antonelli still need to be able to catch up. Lewis and Charles are going to take points off each other. Max isn't going to get any fucking help. I think Leclerc is going to be P2, and I think this is going to be the year of the T-pose, bruh. I think this is going to be the year of the T-pose, bruh. Leclerc had a taste in 2022. He did, but it was only a taste, though. It was only a taste. It wasn't enough. Sorry. We saw what Russell did last season, bro. Russell barely missed a beat whenever it was supposed to be where, bro, Charles didn't get far enough, bro. He didn't get far enough until that season to really feel. He didn't get far enough into like, can I win it in Austin? He didn't get that far. I'm sorry. We think like the same thing with Oscar. Well, Oscar got further than Charles. Oscar got further than Charles did. And we saw how that ended up going for him. Now, that's one person. Obviously, Leclerc at a certain point, it's like, yeah, he's got the experience. But Oscar might be another guy that you think like, oh, he's not going to squander that again. But Russell, just given that he's been in a team that's like had a culture of winning, he knows he's been side by side. He was a teammate with Lewis Hamilton. So he sees what it's like to be next to a GOAT, next to a winner. He transformed that. We saw him. He took over the team. The first moment of taking over that team, he stepped into a leadership role and he led. Charles, I'm not gonna lie. Now that we've seen Russell lead, he got some race wins out of it. Bro, I trust Russell to lead better. Yeah, he's more aggressive, whatever. I trust Russell to lead better than I trust Charles to lead better. And Charles has to deal with Lewis. That's it. And so these are my rankings. I got Stroll P22. I have Alonso P21. I'm gonna have Perez P20. I'm gonna have Bottas P19, Colapinto P18, Hulkenberg P17, Lindblad P16, P15 is going to be Bortoleto, 14 is going to be Lawson, 13 Sainz, 12 Ocon, 11 Albon, 10 Gasly, 9 Behrman, 8 Hadjar, 7 Piastri, 6 Norris, 5 Antonelli, 4 Hamilton, 3 Verstappen, 2 Leclerc, and world champion goes to Russell.